For this project, you'll need scissors, a knife, and a measuring tape.
Hello Deep Freeze Festival, my name's Anna and today we're going to be making children's toys out of a cattail. So today we'll be making a duck and I'm going to show you the steps to be able to make children's toys to go swimming in the streams or the bathtub.
The first thing I'm doing is measuring, making sure that I have at least 36 inches. Then it's time to cut the leaves off. So you're going to want to have an adult help you with this part. And you're going to go to as close to the ground as you can, bottom of the shaft. If you're collecting in the summertime, you're going to want to make sure you have your rubber boots. The other thing you're going to need to do is to let your leaves dry out for a couple of days. That way all of those channels get nice and dry and your duck will float and maintain its color.
So earlier today, I took a drive to a marshy area. The cattails grow in ditches and sloughs, so you should be able to find cattails all around the city. But what we're looking for is this stuff here. These are the leaves. Now normally we would harvest this in the summertime, but midsummer is just right. You can harvest them in the winter, which is what I've done. And they will maintain their yellow color. If you harvest them in the summer, they'll maintain a beautiful green color.
This is just a quick example of what that color would look like.
So when I got home today after harvesting the cattail, I put it in the tub and I let it soak for an hour. And after it was done soaking, it's going to become more flexible. And that's what we want. Now, a lot of my tips here, they're broken off and that's okay. So if you have a piece that's long like this, we don't need the end. So we're going to break that off and we're going to feel down the tip to where it becomes a little bit more spongy, and you'll feel that when you have your cattail, and you can just rip it off right like that. And that's how we'll start. If you look at this one, it's a little bit beat up. We're not going to use pieces like this. This one is that's coming apart. I've chosen this one on the end. So I'm just going to carefully pull it apart. And there we go. So you'll see here it's fairly long. If you look at the end piece here, we have the wider base. Here, maybe just start. We have our cattail laying on a flat surface, and we're going to measure in 6 inches. So right about here, we're going to make a cut. And we'll save this piece for later. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tie a knot, and that's going to be the duck's head. So we're going to take it and do an overhand knot like this and loop it through. And very carefully pull that knot tight, and that's going to create the beak. And now we can take our scissors and shape the beak. And you can get a little bit artistic here if you like, but I think that looks pretty good like that. And now comes the body. So now I'm going to start by folding the neck, but just like this. We're going to put one fold in there, and then we're going to start the body. We're going to do about a 2-inch body, so about here, and we're just going to start wrapping it. Make sure his neck is standing up straight, like that, and fold it again. And we're going to continue all the way down to the end. Just wrapping. Now the cattail near the end is going to give its buoyancy to our little duck. So down here where it's quite a bit thicker, that is where our duck's going to carry most of the air. Now we'll just keep going around in circles till we come to the end. Now he's got a little bit of extra, and we can do some folding just to neaten that up. That's no big problem. So now we have our duck here. I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off the excess. So I'm going to hold my duck in my fingers because I don't have a friend to hold it for me, but if you have somebody nearby, they can hold that for you. Now we're going to take this piece, this 6-inch piece that we cut off earlier, and we're going to slice it down the middle. We want a piece that is about 1/8. So cattail, as long as you get it started, you can just pinch it apart. And I'm going to take the next set off. So these have channels that run all the way through them, which is what gives them their buoyancy. So now I'm going to take my piece that we've stripped, and I'm going to take it from the bottom of the duck, and we're going to place it in between some of the folds here. I'm going to pop mine all the way through, that way it's nice and secure. And now we're going to wrap this over the top. And then again, we're going to dip it in between a couple of the folds right here. And I don't know if you can see that, it's a little bit awkward. I think you. So now I have it through, and now I'm going to pull it tight. Now, if you've soaked your cattail for a long time, it may loosen up just a little bit, but we're going to do that. Now, for my cattail ducks, I just do the one loop over, and then I take my scissors, and once I have it nice and snug, I give it a snip. So now our cattail duck is ready for the water. If you'd like to put a little bit of paint on there, that's okay. And I just thank you for coming and joining me, and have a great day. Take care.